It's almost time. The Celtic fans have entered the stadium at Ibrox. We are 4 in a row champions. Yes, Celtic are 4 in a row champions, and it's the time to show our noisy neighbours, our neighbours of the dead, the zombies, why Glasgow Celtic are champions again. Ole, ole. It's getting nervous now. It is getting nervous now. Celtic have been on a bit of a radio silence. They haven't put anything out as yet. As soon as Celtic put the team out, I'm expecting Celtic to put the team in roughly just around about 15 minutes time. 15 minutes time. Hopefully they will put the team out so that we can all get and have our say on what Brendan Rodgers has done today. God, I'm a poet, I didn't even know it. It'll be interesting to see the team selection by Brendan Rodgers. 2 hours ago, Celtic put out match day for the champions, Rain versus Celt. Rangers, hashtag Celtic FC, hashtag Ran Celt. Hopefully Celtic run amok today. And assert our dominance. It's the first time in a long time that there's been 2,000 Celtic fans. There will be 2,000 Celtic fans at the game today after they spat the dummy out. Yes, Rangers fans back in the day spat the dummy out due to the fact that Celtic were winning far too often. Yes, Celtic were winning far too often, and they didn't like it. So they reduced the allocation. They did reduce the allocation. Celtic used to get the full Broomloan stand, and we used to take 7,000 fans. They didn't like the fact that Celtic were winning so often and winning trebles on their ground, and they spat the dummy out and reduced the fans so that their fans could be heard over and above the Celtic fans. Today, 2,000, a band of 2,000 merry men travel to Ibrox in war colours to assert our dominance on the terraces once again in the land of the enemy. Do you remember to think there's a surprise with the lineup? Says Ali Boy. I think we'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully in around about 11 minutes time. Just reading some of the comments that comes up. Whatever happens, we better turn up and make a game of it. 3-0 shows against the Monkey Mob. I think that the fact that we're back to a fantastic number of fans, this will make this team. This will give the team. I think Celtic haven't done so well with the 700 fans in that little corner. I think Casper will start. Casper's not going to start this game. Casper's not starting this game. He'll be lucky to be ready for the final, Michelle, I think. Sad that John and Alistair Johnson can't play, says Claire. Yep, it is sad. This is the type of game that they turn up for, but we just need to wait and see. I'm starting to get a little bit of buzz. I've seen some of the pictures that are coming in on the land of the Twitterati of Celtic fans going into the game. No doubt there'll be some fantastic videos later today. I've got a couple of guys at the game, so I'm expecting videos to come in from them at some point after the game today. I don't know if they're getting kept in after the game. It'd be even better. Hopefully Rangers do what Rangers do best and play simply the best before the game. Because the irony of them playing simply the best today and the 2,000 Celtic fans having their encore of Fuck the Queen and the UDA. It would be the King now, wasn't it? But it's going to be a brilliant atmosphere for the Celtic fans that are there. It is party time. It's party time at Ibrox. It's showing them exactly why we are champions and why coming second and having a good run in Europe means nothing at all. Yes, it means nothing. You are nothing. And Celtic decide when we turn up, and this will be the day. I'm really confident now, really confident. Beach balls at the ready. Oh, Jesus. I think that did you see his Instagram post posted minutes ago, Brendan Rodgers' press conference? Nope, haven't seen that. I'll need to go look for that. Let me just see Celtic have put anything out yet. They haven't. 36 minutes ago, they did say, one hour ago, important information for fans travelling to the match. The fans are all in the stadium. They are in the stadium. And today, if you are based in the UK, it's Derby Day, match day. You could win £5,000 at half time. If you're 18 and over, download the app and get the jackpot. The half time draw today for the game at Ibrox is £5,000. £5,000. Both. That'll get you a couple of seats in the leather seat section of Celtic Park. Would you do that? It's worth it, I've got to say. It is worth it. Arnie Engels, hat-trick today. Rangers ain't giving us a guard of honour, lol. We don't need the guard of honour from them, let's face it. We do not need the guard of honour from that lot today. That's for sure. Some... Rangers have no honour at all, says Richard. They have no morals, never mind honour. Oh, it is banter time, isn't it? Let's see if Celtic have come out with anything. I remember the last time they were at Ibrox, they usually put a picture out of them at the stadium, but they haven't done that today. They never do that at Ibrox. You don't want to really send a picture of that ugly ground. You don't want to promote that ground at all. Let me just go into this Twitter account. Celtic fans do have something up their sleeves today regarding the 49ers. I tell you what, there's a few old familiar faces walking into the ground, and I'm seeing the pictures that are coming in. There's a few old familiar faces. And it is just anticipation time. It is anticipation time, just waiting on Celtic. Putting the team news out. Don't care about the comments in the Newtown, chaps. Lorna Gallagher is in the house saying, good morning, troops. Lubo says, win, lose or draw. There will be a 55 slosh happening. There will be a 55. Kenny's favourite to score at any time with Sky Bet. Johnny Kenny is favourite to score. I'd stick a bet on that then. I will say that. What's Lanky sent it? Lanky, Tam saying what others want. Let's need to go back to the comments. They're going to kick lumps out of us today. Their objective will be to weaken us for the cup final. I think as long as the referee, Paul Nonsense says, Guard of Honour is just nonsense. Paul Baird says, 55 minutes of applause from the Huns. Oh, Jesus. I think there'll be something else might happen from the stands today. That's all that I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And it'll make entertaining football. It will make entertaining football. 5 minutes to go until the team goes out, potentially. If Celtic are doing everything as normal. We did have a little bit of a delay the last time. Oh, I'm starting to get nervous now. I want a Chris Boyd meltdown today. Yep, I want a Chris Boyd meltdown. Nothing better than a Chris Boyd meltdown Monday video or Sunday night madness. And if the result goes the right way today, there will be a live after the game today. I might try and do a live from the Hoops Bar. I'm going to go down to the Hoops Bar. And then there will also be a live at 8 p.m. Celtic Park time tonight to talk over the game. because it's all good. It's always good to talk about it a couple of hours after. I think you can be far too in the emotion. Wee Forrest will get his goal today. Let's hope so, says Alan. I think it's good to get the initial reaction of what we think right after the game, but it's sometimes good to just give it a couple of hours and get a hackathon on. Yep, Irishman in Porto. The hackathon will be at 8 PM Celtic part time. We'll do the hackathon. I'm the sort of person that's got verbal diarrhea, says Lanky, and see how he feels. What have you said, Lanky? I can't go back to the comments enough. Simply the best will do for the champions. Appropriate we front the guard of honour for the losers. Yeah, we should give them a guard of honour, really, shouldn't we? We should give them a guard of honour. This is what it's like to be Celtic. Champions again, ole. Brendan Rodgers, 200% here to stay. Heavy police presence. It doesn't matter how much police are there. There's still things going to make its way. It's just the same police. There's going to be a big bullshit. I'm going to say this now. Having been to Ibrox many times when it was the full stand, the police presence today is no bigger than what it would have been if Celtic had 7,000 fans there. I notice that there is the police filming. That's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's happened to Celtic fans before. So the police are filming everyone going into the game also. It is getting worse in Scotland, isn't it? It is getting worse in Scotland. 43 minutes past. Celtic will be about to press that button to give us the team. That's when the nerves start kicking in. Let me just see. Tim Tiger. Oh, Jesus, they're all mental. I'm off to my local in Wales to watch it, says Welsh Paul. Can't wait. Can't wait. Shove simply the best up their arse. Don't want to associate any of their songs with the champions. Lindsay, there's been many times that Celtic fans at Ibrox have outsang them. I've been there when we have outsang them for Simply the Best. When Celtic have been champions and won trebles. And there has been times where Celtic fans have sung Simply the Best at Ibrox just to annoy the fucking daylights out of them. The guys that go to the games have a completely different mentality to people that sit online and watch it. The banter is, as they call it, is absolutely fantastic. And the togetherness for all the fans that will be there today will just be on different level stuff. Different level. I am waiting on Celtic pressing that button, and it's out. Sinisalo, Ralston, Carter Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, Arnie Engels, Rio Hitati, Forrest, Adam Ida, and Dyson Maida starts for Celtic. Breaking news, Dyson Maida does make it. Dyson Maida does start on the wing. In the defence is Bain, and let me just get this up first. Oh my goodness. The team is out. The team is out. Let me just do this. This up there. Save this and get this on the screen now. Baz, get the team up. Team, click that. Shit. That one. Browse. Come on. And there is the team, should be on the screen. Take that down. Oh, why is it done that? Save that. Let me just do this. Don't know why it's done this today. Of all days. Let's just make it as big as we can. There is the team. The screen's just went black. Sinisalo. Whoa, why does it keep doing that? Sinisalo, Ralston, Carter Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, Arnie Engel, Rio Hatate, James Forrest and Dyson Maida make the team today. On the bench is Bain, Trusty, Yang, McCowan, Schlupp, Norobski, Johnny Kenny, Paolo Bernardo and a young McCardle. There is one of the younger players. I did say that there would be a need for one of the younger players to come on, because let's face it, Celtic are down to the bones. He's just there to make up the numbers, but that is the team. Nico Kuhn has not made it. The breaking news is Nico Kuhn, the damage to his knee, he has not made it. So there is very, very little room. Yang has made it. Yang has made the team. He's made the bench. It's not a strong bench. I don't care what you say, that is not a strong bench. Celtic go into this game today and we are going to rely. I said this morning that Brendan Rodgers has made some decisions over the last couple of months to allow players to go out on loan that didn't want to be at Celtic. They wanted to get some game time. And it's a game like this, when you see the bench, it's not a strong bench. Brendan Rodgers will not be wanting to bring on too many players today. I mean, you could see Luke McCowan maybe coming on. Maybe Yang, as he decides to push Dyson Maida through the middle. Maybe change it up. Maybe bring Johnny Kenny on. But if you bring Johnny Kenny on, are you taking Adam Ida off to put Johnny Kenny through the middle? Because let's face it, there is not a lot. There is not a lot of room for manoeuvre today with that bench. It's a very, very tight bench. It is a very tight bench. It's not the best of benches. It's not the best of benches. It is not the best of benches. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Strong enough victory, says Paul Baird. Can we get I've had my garden bench stronger than that, says Michelle. Piling on the agony, says Stephen Kelly. Yeah, let's hope we pile on the agony, because I'm not overly convinced that Brendan Rodgers likes to change things around about the 65th minute mark, and I'm not too sure who you could bring on in the second half. You can bring Paolo Bernardo on. He's fantastic at changing games. You'll see Bernardo maybe come on for Arnie Engels in the second half. Yang, I'm going to say that Yang will come on, and just to push Dyson Maida through the middle to give us a different perspective. Maybe Brendan Rodgers might try and change it up a bit and bring Yang on and also Johnny Kenny and try and go for two up front. You never know. The later stages of the game, we need to try and do something. It's a big miss today. We're missing Jota, we're missing Kuhn, two fantastic players. The fact that we've never replaced Kyogo, it shows. Today shows what I spoke about in the live earlier. You know, we allowed players to go out on loan, we allowed them to leave, and you're only one or two injuries away from, let's face it, at this time of the season, if the league hadn't been wrapped up, and it was a tight finish to the league, and they had the possibility of taking something off us and to get themselves in a position where they could potentially win the league, you're looking at our team, and maybe that's why Celtic didn't go into the transfer market in the last transfer window. Was it the board saying, can this team, with the gap that we have, can this team see it out to the end of the season? They would ask Brendan Rodgers, can they see it out to the end of the season and win as the league? And then it holds back the money for the big transfers that you want in the summer. Is Brendan Rodgers and Celtic going to go out and spend £10 million plus on players, more than one player this summer? Are they going to go out and spend big money this summer? Massive question, but we need to get today out the way first. Let me see what some of the fans are saying. It's obviously got James Forrest on the picture. Jota dropped, expected 10 million flop. Today's an easy day. James can step up. Can. Sean McCardle is the young guy who's on the bench. Starting Scales in 2025 is criminal, says Connor. Who would you start? That's live score, just giving me the Celtic team update, and it's already there. Forrest is scoring the winner today. Is Forrest scoring the winner? CFC Jamesy isn't too impressed. There's a few people that are impressed with Ralston and Scales. This bench demonstrates a lack of depth when we have players getting injured. Ferguson has yet to win at Ibrox in this dead rubber game. We could lose. It could be embarrassing. Would it be embarrassing if Celtic were to lose today? They haven't won under the new manager. They haven't won at home under the new manager. I'm going to say it would be disgustingly embarrassing if we were to lose in front of 2,000 Celtic fans to a team with a manager that has not won at home. I think that Celtic do need to make some noise for the boys today. Shitkun isn't playing, but no matter. He needs to click with Tony. Jimmy Clark says, Lana, hope and pray. Just reading through. Please, Scales, really, oh God, everyone cheered when they heard his name. Says Norman. Let me see if we can get their team. I'm not. Their team, for anyone that is interested, is Kelly, Tavernier, Suter, Bolognon, Jefte, Baron, Diamande, Rangskin, Bajami, fucking Cherny, and Dressers. We should beat that team easy. That's not a team that frightens me. It's never been a team that frightens me. Tavernier's playing. Do you know what I mean? Mr. Disappointed. Mr. Disappointed's playing. So let's make sure that he's disappointed once again. Let's jump into the comments. Michelle says they are through all their best players on the bench. I have no idea. Right, now that we've seen the team, now that we have saw the team, let's get some score predictions. The Zombies will be the ones that will be embarrassed today, says Paul Lanke. I am going to go Ragiskin Baz. They're just two 11 wankers, says Kevin. Right, I am going to go with the Sevcovians. Sevco, let me just get this. Is Brendan Rodgers giving somebody? No, he's not. No, I'm not reading them out again because they're fucking shite. I didn't even like them. I never look at anything to do with them. Let's read out their team again. Right, Kelly, Transvestinier, Suta, Bolognon, Hefty. He's going to get a hefty humping today. Baron, Diamande. Let's just pronounce all their names wrong just for the sake of it. Barjami, Benjamami, Kearney, and a guy that's dressers. A guy that's dressing up as a Rangers fan. Oh my goodness, who cares? Right, we're going to be doing a hack along later, that's for sure. Do a hack along later just to pronounce. Right, the teams, Lorna Galka, Pat was first in. Well, it wasn't Glasgow's green and white came in. Lanky's going for 4-2. Stephen Kelly's going for 2-2. Glasgow's green and white is going for 3-1. Pat is going for 3-0. Engels hat-trick. Lorna Galka is going for 2-1 Monda Hoops. Dermot John is going for 3-1 Celtic. Paul Baird is going for 3-0 Celtic in 60 minutes. Gary Boy is going for 3-0 Celtic. Roseanne is going for 4-0 the boys. AGSC Tech said Celtic bench. a bit thin. We need depth next season. We do that. And Forest, Adam Ida and Dyson Maida to score today in the first half, says Chris. Bolong is a pasta away. Bologna. Oh, Jesus. The Pasta crew. The Pasta Nasta crew. Big Diz is going for 3-1 Celtic. 3-0 Adam Ida first goal. Adam Ida's first goal. I'm going to say Dyson. I'm going to say James Forrest first goal. James Forrest first goal. Stephen Poyser says 3-2 Hoops. Lucian says 2-1 Celtic. Marcus says 1-0 Celtic. Lanky's still pissing himself laughing. Michelle says 3-2. Oh my God, Michelle, don't give us heart attack stuff today. Face painter on the bench for the Clowns. Yeah, who is on the bench for the Clowns? Butland's on the bench. Declan Rice is on the bench. Denalio's on the bench. McCluskland. Egan Manny. Hadga. Just going to disrespect every one of those fuckers. Who cares? They're absolute shite. I fucking hate them. Anyway, Kevin Kimmett says 4-2. Tommy says 1-0. Tavernier own goal. Face painter's on the bench. Dave Hislop says 3-1 Celtic. Nice to see Kenny and McArdle and the team. Yes, young Sean McArdle's on the bench. Hopefully, will he get some game time today? I'm not too sure. I think he's just there to make up the numbers. But it'll all depend whether if Celtic are 3-0 up with 5 minutes to go, get the young lad on and show what it's like to be champions. Yes, the 4 in a row champions are in town. 7 wankers boyfriends. Oh, Jesus, that. Greg Taylor, it goes today. Anyone will do, says you by Martin. Are you Taylor's brother? What? Who? Me? No. Tommy's going for 1-0 Celtic. Kevin Kimmett. 4-2. 5-2. Who's that? Who's coming with 5-2? Jesus, Graham says 5-2. No, you want a 6 or a 7. You want a 6 or a 7. In fact, just give us a 9-0. Give us a 9-0 today. Just had an asthma heart attack laughing at you saying their names. On the bench for Rangers, Butland, Cortez, Nizla, Kazawajarajo, Gemani, Hagaga, McCluskland, Declan Rice and Dan Dildo. Dan Dildo on the bench for the man kebab. Oh, let's hope that doesn't come back to bite us today. Have a great day in Guadalmar Baz. Yes, it's an amazing place. It is that new town. I am going to be heading down there just shortly. I better get my arse in gear. There's still an hour to go. An order has been submitted. Somebody's just bought a t-shirt. Thank you, whoever just bought a t-shirt. Just getting notifications coming through. I've been on and off the cigs recently. It says Tarmac. Stay off them. No good for you. Lanky says, oh, Ibrox and the Sun. The Hun now Celtic 15. 15? Nah, it's not going to be 15. I want to see the 49ers face when the Hun sung about his son up to their knees and what? I hope and pray that the new takeover crew are at Ibrox today and they see the 4 in a row champions. They do see the 4 in a row champions. And JR's a nervous wreck. I think that I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. The 49ers 0. God, my stomach's starting to churn now. My stomach is starting to churn. Let me see what some of the headlines are from the media. I didn't want that. I pressed the wrong thing. Confirm Forest Adam Ida leads attack. Teams up. Forest starts for the champions with no Kuhn. I don't think they would chance risking Nico Kuhn. I think if he went into training yesterday and there was some bruising on his knee, you're thinking, like, you don't want to risk him for the final. We've got James Forrest there. It is a slim bench. James Forrest starts. Team confirmed. Forrest knows how to score against this lot, especially at Ibrox. Let me see what the Celtic are saying about. Oh, my stomach's just totally went. Oh, I need to have some food. The champions are in action today, Sunday, looking to take all 3 points at Ibrox in the final Glasgow derby of the season. Brendan Rodgers has secured the fourth Brendan Rodgers has secured the fourth consecutive title last weekend with a 5-0 win over Dundee United at Tannadice. They're aiming for another I'm going for 5. I'm going to go for 5. They're aiming for another win on the road this weekend, and Celtic manager has made changes from last week's team with Jota, Alistair Johnson and Nico Kuhn all ruled out through injury. In come Tony Ralston, James Forrest, Adam Ida, while there's a place on the bench for young teenage midfielder Sean McArdle. Celtic line up with Sinisalo, Ralston, Carter Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, Arnie Engels, Rio Hatate, James Forrest, Adam Ida and Dyson Maida on the wing. In the subs bench is Trusty, Yang, McCowan, Schloop, get the Schloop song, get the Schloop dog, Norowski, young Johnny Kenny. Well, he's not that young now, he's in his 20s, isn't he? Johnny Kenny, Bernardo and young Sean McArdle. Hopefully young Sean McArdle can come on and show what he's made of later in the game when Celtic are maybe winning 3 or 4. Now, Gus McSinna says my whole street are Huns. Good for you. Fuck that. Get out the street with balloons shouting, "Can you see us now? Can you fucking see us? Can you see us? Where are yous?" I'd be out the street going, "Where are yous? Where the fucking hell are yous now?" Oh, Jesus. I'll go for Hatate to get our winning goal. He's been playing better recently. Yep, I think he has been playing fantastic recently. So it'll be interesting to see if he's up for it. Who do you think for first goal? I'm going to change my mind, say James Forrest. I'm going to go for Rio Hatate. Anyway, I am going to go I'm not even going to call them Rangers. The Sevco. I'm going to give them... The goals that we've lost against them have been sloppy. I'm going to say Celtic are going to score 5 goals today. I'm going to say Sevco 1, Celtic 5. I think after scoring 5 goals up at Dundee United in the last game, I think it's a good number. I think it could be a high scoring game today, especially with so many of the Celtic fans in Ibrox. Let me see if we can get some pictures of the Celtic fans in Ibrox. Pictures of Brendan Rodgers coming off the bus. The Green Brigade have put on display all the Union Bears stuff that they've stolen. They have the Green Brigade, remember, stole all the drums and flags and everything. North Curve. Unreleased footage of the of all the merchandise and all the flags. They've got no flags. The Green Brigade have stolen all the Union Bears flags and Tifo stuff. They are owned. Yes, Celtic do own them. They are completely owned. Should we get that picture up just for the banter? Nothing like having all your flags stolen. We'll get this picture up on the screen. Time is it? 5 past. I'll put it up on this one. screenshot. Oh dear. What a shame. The Green Brigade have stolen all our stuff. The big boys came and stole all the Union Bears. That is absolutely fantastic. Oh, Jesus. There is a side of me that just finds that highly, highly amusing. Highly amusing. It is brilliant. You just see that. I'll keep this on the screen just for a little bit. The fact that the Green Brigade have stolen the flagless bears. The flagless bears. The flagless bears. It's quite funny. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, there's enough of that nonsense on our screen. There's enough of that. I am going to get ready to head down to Guardamar del Segura. Going to go down to the Hoops Bar again to watch the game. And hopefully it is a massive, massive win for Celtic. We will jump into the comments. Just see. The Sloopinator to get a goal late on. Do you really think that Sloop's going to come on and get a goal? I'm not too sure. Hate these games. Someone wake me up when it's over, says JR. I don't hate them. I just think that it's always a game where the fact I'm going to go for a Celtic win, because I think with so many Celtic fans there today, it's the first game in a long time that we've had so many Celtic fans at the game, and I think that will help this team today. It will help we're coming in for Brazil Tam. We are Celtic fans all around the world. Once again, Brazil Tam, give Tam some good love on. That's brilliant. Coming in from Brazil. Where about in Brazil are you watching the game from? He'd take a quiet 1-0 win. A quiet 1-0 win with Brazilian Tam. That's absolutely brilliant. I love it. I absolutely love it. Honestly, it's great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. Keeping the word of Glasgow Celtic Football Club all around the world. Anyway, I think that Celtic will succeed today due to the fact that we have that increased fan base. It's the first time in a long time that Celtic have had an increased fan base at Ibrox, due to the fact that they did not like the fact that Celtic were winning. Pubcat says, are we cheating the walk out of the tunnel like a defunct Guard of Honour today? We should just walk out and just acknowledge the ground. It's the only day I get to drink my favourite Glavar. Oofed. If I was on that today, the missus would say, just go and book a hotel and stay somewhere else. She would. Sutton Rangers are on for treble wins. Celtic are on for a proper treble, says Chris Sutton. I take it they have just started on the telly. Welcome to all the new subscribers that we've got on the channel. We have just hit over to 21,623. Can we get to 22,000 before the end of the season? With only weeks away, we need just under 400. It's never going to happen, is it? Jesus. Might do, you never know. You never know. Let's get some of these comments. Brown Warrior says, if we go there with the same system and approach, we concede another 3 goals for the 4th game on the bounce, then you've got to be asked, Brendan, tactically. Yes, Brown Warrior. And you don't need to tell that to me. Tactically, if Brendan Rodgers doesn't come up with something different today, and the fact that he's allowed so many players to leave the club before the end of the season, and this could have been a game for Louis Palmer to come on, could be a game for Yang to come on and show what he's worth, but it's not the time to talk about the negativity. We'll wait till after the game. Let's get past to $1 million. Jesus, that would be fantastic. Got a couple of plaques that I could put up on the wall. Let's just get to the 22,000 first of all, and let's hope that we're doing a bit of a meltdown video of them. Chris Sutton is class, rubs it in. Yep, Aberdeen FC is in the house. The Aberdeen FC. He's just put a bet on. He's put $3. Willie Crawford's put a bet on $3.60 for a red card any time in the game. Barry Ferguson will be greeting in his cornflakes. I hope he's win today, says Ian. Barry Ferguson meltdown and his face is always good for a laugh. Yes, it is that. Chris Boyd is no match for Big City. No, he's not. 22k for Flag Day. That would be fucking brilliant. Because if I've got my way, we will be doing quite a few lives on Flag Day. And hopefully we'll be doing them from the Trongate, etc. Anyway, I'm getting nervous now. I am getting nervous. It's Sutton must have been watching your channel this morning, Baz. He said that was earlier. Yeah. What a game for James Forrest. Is this the day? We need to look for changing it up. Wee Bazza look like he's clueless, the pundit that he is. I think that if Brendan Rodgers, I mean, how can you change this team up today? How can you change the team up? I can't. The only player that you could see Brendan Rodgers potentially bringing off later into the game would be Adam Ida, and then that would be to push Dyson Maeda through the middle. You've got young McArdle on the bench. I can't really see him coming on. You've got Bernardo. He's a game changer. Bernardo was a game changer for the Scottish Cup final last year. He was the man that made the difference, that allowed Adam Ida to get the rebound and get his goal. I think that Yang will come on because I think Bernardo will come on. Those are the two players that are the only game changers that I could see. But then I'm not convinced on Yang. Yang had a good couple of games. I'm still not overly convinced with the Yang. He can come on today and score an absolute screamer of goal and prove me wrong, but I just think that he's not a Jota, he's not a Dyson Maeda. He's one that's been brought in by Ange Postecoglou, and I just think that he's only there because we've no one better. But anyway, Sloop will get on as a winger later on if we aren't winning. Sloop as a winger? That gives me the fear. That shows you how threadbare this squad is. It does show you how threadbare the squad is. It's frightening. It's absolutely frightening. But 2,000 Celtic fans there today will make sure that they make enough noise in the first half to shut up that Mankey mob in their own ground. And it'll be enough to make sure, and there will be something funny happens within the first, or if not even before kick-off. That's all that I'm saying. Anyway, Yang's bird is over. He'll bang in one. Yep, let's hope so. Baz, you better get going. It's 45 minutes away. Yes, I know, Lorna. It's a 20-minute drive down the road, so I'm going to get away and get to the Hoops Bar in Guardamar, and I will do some kind of video straight from the Hoops Bar in Guardamar after the game, and then we'll get, hopefully, a couple of lives later on after that. On that note, come on, you boys in green, let's fucking get into this Mankey mob. Have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world.